tell you, it really is good to be back in County Durham this afternoon. I stood on this stage just over 3 weeks ago and I said that Keir Starmer's Labour Party had moved rather a long way away from Keir Hardie's Labour Party, and that we were now the party of the working man and woman. We were now the party in touch with patriotic, hard-working, decent, law-abiding people that believe in our country, that love its history. And Starmer didn't listen. No, he said in the House of Commons, he said that Nigel Farage will have the Conservative Party for breakfast. He said it at Prime Minister's Questions. But he missed a bit, which was we were going to have the Labour Party for lunch, and that's what we've done today. The scale of the victory is amazing. The Labour Party in their traditional heartland are down to about 4 seats, and I think on last count we have managed to win 63, an overwhelming majority. Well done, you. And it isn't just here. It isn't just here. In North Tyneside, we came within a whisker of winning the mayoral contest once again in a Labour heartland. The same thing happened in Doncaster. We missed out by a whisker, winning what should be a safe seat for Labour. And over in Lancashire, I've heard within the last 10 minutes that we've taken control of Lancashire County Council too. And in the bluer part of the north, well done to our successful candidates and team in Northumberland who have frightened the life out of the governing Conservatives there, and well done them. And what last night marks a couple of very important things. Firstly, it marks the end of two-party politics as we've known it for over a century in this country. It is finished, it is over, it is gone. That is a significant moment. But it also will mark the beginning of the end of the Conservative Party. They may well have been around since 1832 and the Great Reform Act, but they're being wiped out in the shires of England, wiped out in those West Midlands, southern, southwestern areas where they've got their members, they've got their councillors, they've got their base, they raise the money. They will frankly cease to exist. And they now become an obstacle, because what is perfectly clear, given those mayoral contests in both Donny and indeed North Tyneside, is that whilst we clearly are the main challengers to Labour in the Midlands and the North, if you vote Conservative, you stop our chances of winning. If you vote Conservative, you get Labour. But if you vote Reform in the Midlands and the North, from now up until the general election, if you vote Reform, you get. And those messages are big and strong and clear. And they're my big takeaways from what's happened here over the course of the last 24 hours. For many of you, you won't have been in council office before, but remember, stick to our principles. And I would advise anybody who's working for Durham County Council on climate change initiatives or diversity, equity and inclusion, or anything, or thinks they can go on working from home, I think you all better really be seeking alternative careers very, very quickly. We want to give council taxpayers better value for money. We want to reduce excessive expenditure. We want to find out who the long-term contracts are signed with and why, and reduce the scale of local government back to what it ought to be. Providing social care, providing SEND needs for kids. Oh, and I nearly forgot, mending potholes. Let me promise you, if you can mend the potholes, get the right technology, get the right contract, you will all be re-elected in 4 years' time. I've been on this political road for a very, very long time. But I do genuinely believe that what has happened yesterday, the length and breadth of England, is a truly historic landmark. And I have little doubt in my mind that the optimism of our voters, you've met them out there on the street, they really believe in us, they want change, and they know they're not going to get change from Starmer or indeed for whoever the 6th or 7th or 8th leader of the Conservative Party in 10 years, is we are the agents of change, we are the agents of optimism, we are the ones unafraid to stand up for our principles, our belief in our nation, our absolute desire to protect our borders. And the number of people I met in the north just so enraged because they get up early in the morning, they go to work, they pay their taxes, and they see young men crossing the English Channel, being dumped into the north of England, getting everything for free, and then once they're given indefinite leave to remain, put to the top of the social housing list. It is unfair, it is irresponsible, it is wrong in every way, and I don't believe Starmer has got the guts to deal with it, but I tell you what, we at national level have got the guts to deal with it, and we will resist central government plonking scores, hundreds of these young men in these counties that we now control. And I will attempt to speak to the major, they were major party political leaders. They're all in love with net zero. The Conservatives wrote it into law. Labour are now pursuing it with sort of religious fervour that Ed Miliband applies to it. And you and I both know that the Labour Party promised to reduce national bills by £300, and when they've gone up £300, and that we now have the most expensive energy in the world because of lunatic net zero policies that are deindustrialising Britain. Let's be clear, we want to produce our own gas, our own oil, make our own steel, make our own copper wire. We want to reindustrialise Britain, reindustrialise the North, and give men and women well-paid, skilled jobs and a sense of pride in their community and what they do. And we can't do that from Durham County Council, but we can set the markers for how we intend to govern. You have cleared a very important hurdle today, and next year we'll clear those hurdles in the Welsh and Scottish parliamentary elections. And I believe, as I think you believe, we really will make history and win the next general election. Thank you, everybody, for what you've done. Thank you. Thank you.